Good damn morning, Americans. Wakey, wakey, hands off, snaky. I hope that noise in the background isn't too loud. It's the defrost, because it's cold as shit this morning. Colder than a polar bear's toenails. So there's a few things I'm going to touch on in this video. Number one, Elijah Cummings, the illustrious leader of the city of Baltimore, congressman since 1996, is dead. Yes. I guess last night he died at the age of 68. They were saying in this article how he had failing health, over time, over the past, I guess, year or so. They said that he could be seen in the House of Representatives, like on the floor, while, conducting business with an oxygen tube in his nose, and he would walk around when he could walk in a walker. He had been seen riding around in a motorized wheelchair. They said when reporters would interview him, it would take him a few seconds to catch his breath. I'm like, shit. If it's that bad to where you gotta wear an oxygen tank at work and use a walker, man, maybe it's time to quit work. Maybe it's time to call it a day. Now, I don't know if he was just that much of a hard worker. I doubt it. But I think they needed him around for these impeachment hearings, and I think he was the head of some oversight intelligence committee, some bullshit bureaucracy they made up. And they were saying how his staff was doing the bulk of the work while he was, dealing with his health issues. Now, I'm not going to pile on the dude because he's dead, but I'm also not going to act like he's a fucking angel just because he's no longer with us. Now, does this mean that Baltimore is going to be saved because now that he's gone, the terrible leader that he was, they're going to get this maverick, this Nova to come in and fix Baltimore? No, probably not. You'll probably get another Democrat piece of shit because you guys keep voting them in. It's not like these people, this is some kind of monarchy or something where they pass it down to their family members. You keep putting these clowns in. So now it's your chance to put somebody in there good who's going to, dare I say, take care of the city of Baltimore. And it was fucked up because the article I was reading, they just kept talking about how he was a target of Trump in the recent past and how he was heading the charge to impeach Trump, and Trump would say bad things about him. I wouldn't be surprised if they tied his death to Trump somehow. It's a conspiracy theory. He was going to bust this impeachment case wide open. Trump couldn't have it, so Trump had him snuffed out. Don't be surprised if you hear that narrative from some of these mouth-breathing retards in the media, the mainstream mediocres. So, Elijah Cummings, he's gone. We'll see what happens. Now, your boy, Beto O'Rourke. Yes, the sad-eyed dickhead. He looks like this. Why does he always look like that? Like he's scared, like he's that little boy in Sixth Sense and he sees dead people. I also like to call him Phony Hawk. Well, let there be no more question. Let there be no more, well, is that what they really mean? Is that what they're really saying? They don't really want to take your guns. They just want common sense gun reform, right? Common sense, which they have none of. But they just want common sense gun reform. They just want background checks and shit, right? Wrong. Where's that button? Wrong. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about the debate from the other night because it was more of the same shit. I'm a fucking idiot. No, I'm an idiot. I can steal their money better. No, I can steal their money better. I'm more of a socialist piece of shit. No, I'm a socialist piece of shit. It's pretty much what it was. Seeing who could out-stupid each other and out-steal from the American people each other, if that makes sense. But one thing that did stick out to me that this sad-eyed dickhead said, he said that he was pressed by John Scarborough or whatever, one of those CNN dumbasses, and He said, "Yeah, you said you're gonna take their AR-15s and AKs. Remember the last debate? Hell yeah, we're gonna take your AR-15. Hell yeah, we're gonna take your AK-47 because those are weapons of war." Spoken like a true dumbass who knows nothing about weapons. So in the debate the other night, the guy pressed him. He said, "Yes, you said you're gonna take them, but what are you gonna do if somebody doesn't want to give it up?" Then this fool said what we thought he was gonna say. Then he said out loud in the King's English what we all knew before. He said, well, if they refuse the government buyback, the mandatory, you know what mandatory means? It means you gotta. So if they refuse that, he said they will get a visit from law enforcement. See how we worded that? You'll get a visit. They'll come in, they'll sit down, maybe a little coffee, a little cake, have a talk about your AR or your AK. That's not what that means. That means they're going to ask you to give it back, and if you say no, they're going to send somebody with guns to take your guns, even though they don't want people having guns. Now, if they know that you have an AR or an AK, you think they're going to come with their sidearm? You're going to think they come with their department issue sidearm? Nope. They're probably going to break out their shotguns or their AR-15s, because their AR-15s are better than your AR-15s. And they're just doing it for our own good. Have you seen an AR-15? Have you seen how big and black and menacing those AR-15s are? I don't blame them. I wouldn't want no AR-15 in my neighborhood. Get that big, ugly, black, dangerous motherfucker off the streets. So yeah, he's saying, yeah, motherfucker, you don't give up your guns, we're going to send people with bigger guns and more guns to take your guns because you shouldn't have guns. You're going to kill somebody with those guns. But we don't do that with our guns. We don't kill the general public. We don't go into malls and mow people down with our guns. We just use our guns to shoot you and take your fucking guns. That's what's going to happen. So you really think these police officers, especially in smaller towns where people maybe even know their sheriffs or their police chiefs, maybe they've spoken with them, maybe they've even grown up with them. So you're going to go knock on your constituent's house, you're going to go knock on your friend's door, ask for their gun, and then what are you going to do if they don't give it? You're going to shoot your friend? You're going to shoot a member of your community? What is he? Do you think all police are just going to be like, all right, got to go take the ARs and the AKs? That's terrible. What are you going to do? What are you going to do when you knock on somebody's door and they are of the pry it from my cold dead fingers mentality? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to shoot that American citizen in their fucking chest and kill them in their home to take their gun. That's what it's going to come to. You think there's not going to be any moments like this? Hey, boom, boom, boom. It's over. You think that's not going to happen? You know what I would like to see happen? I'd like to see some of you fucking tough police chiefs and you tough sheriffs and mayors, just like you tell them don't cooperate with ICE, you're going to tell them don't cooperate with the federal government to take these guns. You're going to send out emails for them to not cooperate with the federal government to take our guns. We're going to see some of that because you bleeding heart fuckers like to not help ICE. You like to not help our federal government in that capacity, so you're not going to help them in this one. But don't worry, kids. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. There is a silver lining. Well, at least for now. But the silver lining is, man, that fool ain't getting elected president. But will there be another one after him? Will there be someone else coming up in the ranks who's going to carry his torch, even though that dumb, sad-eyed dickhead has no chance of becoming president? Is this the end of it? Is there anyone as crazy or more crazy than him? I don't know. I hope not. I'll tell you another thing. Unrelated to the guns, but still related to those, whatever that fucking sad piece of shit was they called a debate. Fucking Assaulticus. Cory Assaulticus Booker. Cory, my eyes look like there's something scary behind you all the time. Booker. Somebody close his eyes. That fool said, well, as the only vegan up here, vegan? Man, shut the fuck up. America ain't gonna have no fucking vegan president. Vegan? Let me tell you something about vegans. Most of the vegans I know, remember people, I'm from California, dude. Right on the coast, bro. I know a bunch of those fools. And most vegans I know are pretentious assholes. I'm a vegan. And she stepped on the ball. No, I'm a vegan. I don't eat that. I'm a vegan. I'm better than you. I'm a vegan. Or this old lady, this French lady. Oh, why do you eat the animals? Oh, don't eat the animals. I'm a vegan. I don't give a fuck. That means you're weak and you probably have a bony chest. And vegans, since you're so fucking righteous and high and mighty and better than everyone else, and telling us, oh, I don't kill animals, I don't eat anything that had a face. Well, let me tell you, things that have faces taste delicious. But since these fuckers don't want to kill the animals, it's all about the animals and the planet, man. Then what about all the birds and the rodents that are killed so they don't eat your precious soybeans? You know, to make your tofu and shit. What about them? What about the moles and the rats and the snakes that eat the moles and the rats that get poisoned because of the poison you gave the moles and the rats, and then the birds eat the snakes and the rats and they get poisoned too? You know, that pesky circle of life. That annoying food chain. What about that? Just because you're not killing something that weighs 1,000 pounds like a cow, you're still killing things by the millions probably. So you're no better than me. Fucking vegans. See that? That's the prosperity of our country, where we have people who could choose not to eat animal products. You think there's any vegans in Venezuela? You think there's any vegans in Ethiopia? Probably not. But that is the bounty of our country, where people can say, I don't want to eat that. And not only am I not going to eat that, I'm going to be an asshole and look down my nose at you because you do eat it. Now, calm down, vegans. I know there's some cool vegans. I know there's some cool vegans probably watching this video right now. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about your counterpart. I'm talking about your... I'm talking about them. Fuck you. Man, we ain't having no vegan president. Man, get out of here. How do you take somebody seriously as president and they're a vegan? Man, stop that silly shit. Now, I'm about to wrap up this video, people. You know what time it is. It's time to hop in this damn rat race. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a liberal piece of shit cries. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.